Get low. Going down.
Hey everybody, this is Lord Karu Games and Misfit of Society with a kind of one-off random let's play of Disturbed by Brad Moore.
Not the band.
No.
Although the band's awesome.
Yeah, I like Disturbed the band. I don't remember when I picked this game up or where I even found it, but I think I was scrolling through like the free-to-play list and found it through there.
So this is the starting of a horror game. A game pops up on his computer that he had no clue was there in the first place.
Absolutely, yep.
That's called Disturbed. Look at the screen.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started. So this is apparently like a game where you can pick and choose answers and see how long it takes you before you die or something like that. It's supposed to be a dark, morbid kind of game.
Us play dark, morbid games never.
I'm sitting here like scrolling through stuff and I'm not even reading it.
You suck.
Another dull day passes as you struggle to manage your failing farm. Your crops begin to wilt, and your cow is sick.
Sorry, the missus was eating too much fried chicken.
For some time, the land has been very quiet.
Fucking kids.
The air has grown thick and foul. Each passing day, you feel more uncertain if things will ever return to how they were before.
And this is why you don't let hippies on your land.
Perhaps. It is up to you.
Then give me the shotgun. I'll take care of them hippies.
You've made up your mind. You are going to do something about it.
See? Shotgun.
You stand in front of your humble home, pondering what you should do next. We're going to save.
We haven't even clicked a choice yet. You're just like, it's a save.
Because here's the choices.
Well,
what do you want to do? We can go to the crops, we can go in the house, or we can go in the shed.
Alright, let's weigh our options here. If we go into the house, he's probably got family that's dying. If you go in the shed, that's the #1 no-no in horror movies. So let's go to the crops and say hi to the children of the corn.
Alright, we'll go to the crops. A path divides the crops you have labored so hard to prosper these past months. A penetrating odor reminds you that your plants are decaying away and that time is running short.
Damn, why didn't I go with that?
Follow the path, go in the pen, or go back to the house.
Fuck it, let's see what's in the pen. Let's go see the dying joke.
A toxic fume burns your nose as you enter the pen. Your poor cow lays lifeless on the ground as a growing blight slowly begins to consume her body. You feel sick to your stomach as you stand here, especially as you stare at the black mushrooms that dot the ground. Grab a mushroom, inspect the water, or leave the pen.
N-O-P-E. What does that spell to me? You turn right back out the pen.
Leave the pen. A path divides the crops. Okay, we've already read that part. What are we going to go now? We already went into the pen. We can go follow the path.
Follow the path. What's the worst that can happen?
Okay. You continue down the trail for a while until you see a cave off in the distance. You pause, questioning if there could be something helpful in there.
Let me explain something. If you look very close at it, you can see two little dots that look like eyes. We're going into the cave.
We're going into the cave. There is a faint whistle from the wind passing between the rocks. The temperature is significantly cool as you enter the cave. You notice that there is a different smell, but you welcome it, comparing it to the deathly blight found outside.
Housekeeping?
Go in further or exit?
Let's go in farther. Hi!
Oh shit. Before you take your next step, a large bear emerges from the darkness. You realize you have made a terrible mistake, even thinking that something helpful can be in here.
And we're
Fight the bear or run away?
Fuck it, I fight you all the time.
You gonna fight the bear?
Yeah.
Alright, you're gonna fight the bear. You scan the ground and notice that there are numerous rocks, so you can grab to throw at the bear. You begin to do so as the bear approaches you. One after the other, you throw rocks as hard as you can. The bear charges at you as you bend over to grab another rock, tackling you to the ground. The bear bites into your neck. Your body quickly goes limp, and you die. Your adventure ends here. Hey, achievement unlocked. Scratch another off the list. Alright, so let's skip back to here. Where are we going?
Let's go in the shed.
Going in the shed. You attempt to open the shed door, but the door won't budge. You remember locking it some time ago, but you can't remember what you did with the key.
Okay, into the house we go.
Go to the house.
Hello?
Entering the house, you feel a subtle uneasiness as if the growing blight outside has penetrated the walls of your safe haven. From what you see, however, everything is the same as you left it. Perhaps this may be a good time to just lay in bed and wish that your problems will just go away. You fight the notion, but the temptation is still there.
Fuck that. Open the chest.
Alright. We open the chest and find nothing more than a pile of papers. It seems you have less valuables than you anticipated. You close the chest.
Read your journal.
Let's read our journal. Dear Journal, another usual day on the farm. The crops are growing with good health. Bethann is doing quite well. Never disappointed with the milk she provides. If things continue to go well, I may be able to invest in more animals. A farmer can only be so social with a cow. Stop. ...
Yeah, that's pretty much what your response was.
Dear Journal, today has been an unfortunate day. Somebody broke into my shed and stole some things. I usually don't mind if someone steals a bite to eat from the garden, but to take my equipment, well, I put a lock on the door and hid the key. Nobody will ever get into my stuff again. ... Dear Journal, I woke up one night to a foul smell I have never come across before. I took a step outside to see what I could find, but I found nothing after searching about the farm. Whatever it is, it must be bad. I should make a trip into the city to see what this is about.
Motherfucker forgot to flush the toilet.
Oh, Okay, so we read the journal. We opened the chest. You want to lay in the bed?
No, because this dumbass, every time he says something, oh, this might be a good idea, he ends up dead. Go back outside.
Alright, we're outside. Alright, where are we going?
To the crops.
Back to the crops? Alright.
To the shed. A pen.
To the pen.
To the dead cow. Inspect that water.
Inspect the water. You inspect the water looking for anything abnormal. You notice that the water has a dark consistency to it. Dropping a stone in, black particles from the bottom swirl about like a thunderstorm. Your face shrivels in disgust.
Let's see what happens. Grab a mushroom.
You kneel down and grab a mushroom. As you begin to rip it out of the ground, a cloud of spores sprays from the mushroom. Your hand begins to burn and melt as you observe them. Slowly, your body shrivels into a dark, moist consistency as the poison spreads. You die, eventually, after crawling about on the ground. Your adventure ends here. Achievement unlocked. Those are some serious shrooms. Alright, load.
Okay, so
Alright,
crops. Let's just keep going down the path.
Path. You come to a stop as you stumble upon a broken wagon. Continue on or inspect the wagon. You look about the mess and find bits of food and clothes scattered about the scene. You notice a key on the ground during your search. You pick up the key and continue on your way. After what felt like an hour or two, you reach a bridge. Nearby the path is a small shack, similar to the house you have on the farm. The man that lives here is a kind fellow from what you recall. Maybe he is home.
Senor!
Inspect the shack. You walk towards the structure and knock on the door. ... You scratch the back of your head, figuring that the person that lives here is currently occupied, if not elsewhere. You remember picking up the key from the wagon and use it on the door. The door unlocks. You decide to help yourself in.
This guy's an idiot.
Observing the empty room, you realize something terrible must have taken place here.
No shit, look at the marks going right to
there. The
there.
room is a wreck, just like the wagon. You are overcome with fear as you think of the man that used to dwell here. So we can inspect a book, open a trapdoor, or leave the shack.
Fucking open the door. Let's see what happens. What's the worst that can happen?
You observe the trapdoor and notice a lock keeping it closed. With the key, you unlock the hatch and get it open. Without thinking, you travel downward. Walking down the steps leading below, the air attacks your body with a piercing cold. You notice immediately that there is a woman chained to the wall. She doesn't seem to notice you as you study her. You feel darkness surround you as you stay in this awful place.
Talk to the woman. Maybe she's lonely.
You
Maybe
tremble.
you'll finally get laid.
You tremble as you try to form words in your mouth. Woman, you there! Let me out of here! The pressure of such a demand makes you freeze. You take a moment to think about the situation before you respond. What got you locked up to begin with? You'll never believe me, even if I told you the truth. Something brought you here. Please have mercy on me.
Decline. Fuck that.
I will not. No, don't go! With nothing else to interact with, you make your way up the stairs. As you exit, you can hear the woman laugh behind you. The voice causes the shack to shake. You leave the shack as fast as you could.
No shit, I would.
You leave the shack and cross the bridge before something bad happens.
Oh, he is snooping right now.
You cross the bridge safely and continue down the trail.
He is snooping right the fuck out.
After all that has happened, you feel like you should take a moment to rest. You find a spot under a tree and sit down. Getting comfortable, you tilt your head back against the tree and gaze into the sky.
Pick up the grass.
As you pick at the grass blades in your reach, the ground begins to shake. Before you can get up, roots from below sprout from the ground and wrap around your legs.
Hi.
You turn around to see a very large, angry face looking back at you.
Papa.
Your jaw drops in horror. No sound or scream escapes your tongue as the tightening grip of the roots squeeze what air is left out from your body. Your adventure ends here. Achievement unlocked. Nature will rise against you.
Noped right out into it. Wow.
Load game. Alright, so we went to the crops.
Keep going down the path. Don't
Follow
forget
the path. Talk to the woman. Continue down the path.
Inspect.
Inspect the wagon. Get the key.
Okay, save
Is
here.
there even a point?
Save here.
Okay, hold on. Shit. Okay, so inspect the shack.
There, save option.
Save. Save 2. Return. Okay. Alright, so we go in.
First, inspect the journal.
Okay, so inspect the book on the table. You pick up the book and start flipping through the pages. You discover that this is a journal. Reading a passage or two can't hurt. Today's trading went smoothly. Thank goodness. What I am thrilled most about, however, is what one of my buddies mentioned to me at the conclusion of our day. Apparently there is a pond nearby that has some of the biggest fish in the region.
Yeah, that'll kill you.
With a good catch, I can make enough to move things forward. I was caught off guard when he mentioned that nobody has been able to catch any from there. I guess your typical fishing rod won't do the trick.
Dynamite.
But what can be done about it then?
Dynamite.
Something to be intrigued about, I suppose. ... These past couple of weeks have been really rough for me. My trading business has gone under, and I have nearly lost everything I own. This has pushed me to extremes, but that can't be helped now. I am leaving this place forever, never to return. The land is dying, and there is nothing but darkness here. Anyone reading this should leave while they can. ... You can't find a name to give this man, but regardless of the name, you've got chills running down your spine.
Alright, down into the basement we go to talk to this lady and die.
You observe the trapdoor and notice a lock keeping it closed. With the key, you unlock the hatch. Without thinking, you travel downwards. Walking down the steps to the leading below, the air attacks your body. You notice immediately there's a woman chained to the wall. She doesn't seem to notice as you study her. She feels the darkness surrounding you. Talk to the woman. You tremble. Okay, blah 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 blah. Free the woman. You approach the woman and unlock the shackles that bind her. As her arms become free, she moans in pain. Oh, thank you so much. The woman. She was to begin with. The woman struggles to regain her strength, but starts to stand up on her own. As she gets up, she turns towards you.
Oh.
I will now do you a favor. Her voice changed. I will now do you a favor.
Oh!
What seemed to be the face of a helpless woman disappears as a horrible image manifests itself before you. You feel the chilling grip of bone hands locking onto your arms. Energy flees your body and you fall to your knees. You feel the essence of your life slip away as everything goes black. It is unfortunate that your journey ends here. Achievement unlocked. The damsel in distress.
So fuck everything in that shack.
You walk towards the structure and knock on the door. Okay, so we can do that.
Just leave it.
Yeah, well, we can't leave yet. Okay, so leave the shack. We'll leave the shack without talking to the woman. You leave the shack and cross the bridge before something bad happens. You cross the bridge safely and continue down the trail. After all that has happened, you feel you should take a moment to rest, sit down under the tree.
Take a nap.
Take a nap. Your eyes close and your body relaxes. You fall asleep within seconds. As your mind wanders, you see a blurry image. Details emerge as you gaze. You wonder who this might be. A bad feeling then overcomes you, and you realize who this is. You try to wake yourself up. You wake up and jump to your feet, looking about yourself and your surroundings. All seems well. You can't help but feel fearful that something bad will happen to you if you stay here. Move forward seems like the only logical option now. You reach a point where the trail splits into two paths. Which way should you go? Save. Oh, that's a quick save. I'll save it here. Go left or right?
Go left.
We're going left. After continuing down the path for some time, you come to a stop. You notice that there is some sort of trail that leads through the grass up towards the nearby hill. If you had not stopped, you probably would have never noticed. Which way do you go? Down the path, follow the trail in the grass, or go back to where the path split?
In the woods of Jurassic Park. Stay ahead to the long grass! Continue down the path.
You walk for some time to find an endless field of grass. There is a stone well near the path.
Inspect the well.
You peer down the well. Other than the evident water at the bottom, there is a coin resting against the wall of the well. If possible, you feel you should go down and take the coin.
Great job, dumbass! Grab the coin. Let him fall down.
You lean over the edge of the well. There is no possible way you can obtain the coin by reaching for it. With this in mind, you turn and climb down the inner wall of the well. You take a few successful steps down, but your luck runs out. You misplace your foot and fall. Tumbling about, your body clashes against the stone walls with a single knock to the head, and you lose all consciousness of your accident. With a splash, you fall into the water. Your body sinks effortlessly, and you drown without realizing it. Your adventure ends here.
Ooh,
Achievement
shiny.
unlocked. Oh, shiny.
I've come to terms. This guy, if he says anything it's a good idea, just fuck it.
Alright, so we're going to go left again?
Yeah.
Okay. Going left. Continuing. So we can
You know
follow
what?
the
Let's just
trail
go
in
through
the
the
grass.
grass. Let's see what the fuck happens.
Okay.
Ooh!
Following the subtle trail in the grass, you stumble upon what looks like a grave. Inspect or continue.
Inspect it. I want that sword.
You approach the grave. You look at the sword with intrigue.
Oh!
Before you can touch the sword, a ghostly figure appears before you. You freeze before the apparition.
Hi.
The sword. May I have it? The blade is cursed. I am bound here by the pain of my past. If you desire the sword, free me from it. You slowly motion for the sword. Fool! Only something of pure essence can free me. A rare hope like a flower found in darkness.
Okay, back away
Grab
from
the
the sword.
sword or back away. You listen to the specter and leave the sword. The figure fades out of view.
Continue.
You pause to see that there is a lake nearby. The trail continues on to your right.
The fish?
Inspect the lake.
Yeah.
You step near the lake and look down into it. Resting underwater is an orb of some sort sitting on the bottom of the lake. There is something strange about it, as if it were calling out to you.
This dumbass really wants to die.
You want to die then?
Sure, why not? What's the word? Let's see what these big fish are.
You close your eyes and jump into the lake.
Unknowing to you, you jumped right in the mouth of a great white shark.
You open your eyes to see the stone sitting right before you. You start to make your way towards it.
Oh, hi!
A large fish comes into view. It quickly notices you with its mouth stretched open. You try to leave for the surface, but the fish catches up to you. You quickly find yourself helpless before the creature. You close your eyes as the giant fish rips your body apart with its teeth. You die a very painful death. Your adventure ends here. Achievement unlocked. Don't need a fishing permit. Alright, so we go left.
Yeah, just continue down the path.
Continue down the path.
Yeah, just continue on.
Continue on.
Oh.
Walking over hills of grass and grain, you reach the walls of Aramore. Several times a year, you come here to trade goods from the farm.
Aramore.
You discover the plague that has spread to your farm has also spread all the way out here. The path before you is overrun with blight.
Aramore.
Continue. You have come a long way, and you don't desire to turn back now. You march forward into the tainted soil. Before you can realize what happened, you sink completely under the soil. Darkness consumes you, and your lungs struggle for air. Your body burns in pain as you suffocate and die. Your adventure ends here. Achievement unlocked. It was all for nothing.
Yeah, that was no chill right there.
Alright,
So let's go right.
we still have another option by the path, I think.
Okay, go left.
Stop, you're messing with the green screen. Stop. Alright, Go left.
Continue down the grassy trail. Well,
Grassy trail.
yeah, grassy trail. Continue. Fuck the sword for right now.
Continue on.
Continue along the trail.
Alright, here we go. The faint trail comes to an end. There is a collection of stone pillars down the hill. Beyond the hill is a large field of grass. So we can explore the field or inspect the stone pillars.
Either way sounds fucked. Let's go with the pillars.
You stand before the large stones, arranged in the shape of a circle. In the center is a stone with what appears to be some sort of slot or hole. No doubt about it, something is meant to be placed here. I wonder if it's the sword and a stone thing. Seeing that you can't do anything, you head back. A faint trail comes to an end. Okay, so explore the field?
Yeah, sure, why not?
You find yourself gazing over a grass field with hills rolling off into the distance. As if a trick upon your eyes, you see a unicorn run across the field. It disappears out of sight before you can do anything. Surely the unique powers of a unicorn can help you with your quest, but there is clearly something wrong. If only there was a way to charm it. Alright, so I guess we're going to go back. Alright, go back.
What in your right mind thinks, oh, there's a unicorn.
Right.
I need it.
I would have noped out as soon as I went to go see the sword and the freaking thing.
I would have just went back home and laid down.
Alright, so we're going
go
back.
Go back where the path splits, and we're going right this thing.
We're going to go right. You reach the end of the pathway. In the distance is a tower looking over the area. A gate secures passage to the area with a wall around the property. Also of interest, there is a tree that has a hole carved into it.
Inspect the tree.
You trying to get me killed. You approach the tree and notice the hole is big enough to fit your hand in it. You look and see something shiny in the hole, as if it were metal. Feeling around with your hand, you find 3 knobs, one on the right, one in the center, one in the middle, or one in the center, then the middle, rather.
Hold on, so it's like, wait, hold on. There's 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
You don't know if you grab it onto something, that'll fuck you up. You know what? Press the knobs. Why not?
Press the knobs. Left, middle, or right?
Go with the right.
Nothing.
Left.
Nothing.
Middle.
Nothing. The knobs lock in place. You wait for a moment, but nothing happens. It must be some sort of combination.
Oh my God.
Alright, so left.
Right. Middle.
Right. Middle. They lock in place. Nothing happens. Press knobs.
Middle.
Middle.
Left.
Left.
Right.
Right. Nothing happens. Alright. Middle. Right. Whoops. Middle. Middle. I can do those.
Oh my God.
Alright, press knobs. Middle. Right. Left. Nothing happens. Okay. Press knobs. Left. 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 Nothing. Left. Left. Middle. Wow. Press knobs. Left. Left. Right. Press knobs. Left. Middle. Right. Okay. Press knobs.
Middle.
Left. Left. Press knobs. Middle. Nope. Middle. Left. Right. Nope.
Middle. Left.
Middle.
Left.
Left? No, I think we already did that.
Well,
Okay.
left. Middle.
Left. Middle. Left. Nope. Okay. Go out. Left. Right. Left. Press the knobs. Right. Right. Left. Ooh. Right. Left. You hear the rumbling of rocks as the ground starts to shift underneath you. Everything goes dark and you sink below the surface. A hole above you seals up, trapping you underground. You find yourself with no evident way out, but the path before you into the darkness. Your only choice is to move forward.
Hello. Oh, come on!
I hate choices. You see 3 separate paths within the walls of the cavern. Which path do you choose?
Go right. We found a unicorn if we went right.
The passage divides before you. Which way will you go?
Go left.
You walk forward into the dark, unsure of what lies beyond. 2 paths you may go. Which do you choose?
Go left.
You move forward into the darkness. You see 3 separate
Oh
paths.
my god! Go right.
Go right.
Let's just see what happens.
Oh, where's my thing go? Okay. Go left
Go
or
right.
right. The passage soon ends with an enlarged mushroom sitting in front of you. A steady river of water flows between you and the mushroom.
Go back for 1 sec. Save.
Go right.
Save pops up. Okay, save it.
Whatever,
Okay.
we'll do that. Return. Okay. So inspect it.
Yeah.
You walk towards the mushroom as if there was something more than meets the eye. Walking forward, you take a step into the water. To your dismay, your foot hits no bottom and you fall in. You reach to grab hold of the edge of the surface, but your body freezes stiff. You lose your sight completely as the chilling water sends your body into shock. Without any sense of touch and warmth, your lifeless body sinks into the darkness. Your adventure ends
Figures.
here. Yeah. Achievement unlocked. Figures.
I knew that shit was going on.
Load. Okay.
Go the fuck back.
Go back. Go left.
Sure.
You go forward.
Go right.
Go right.
Arr,
As you make
BBT.
your way forward, you discover a large cavern. An old-looking ship rests against the edge of the lake with debris scattered about the surrounding area.
Inspect the
Inspect
ship.
the ship. You cautiously walk down to the ship. The air is chilling and you fear it won't be a good idea to stay too long. The possibility of discovering something that can help you drives you to explore. You climb aboard the ship. As you take a moment to observe your surroundings, you are the only welcomed by the trickle of water brushing against the wood of the ship. You move about to see where you can go. Every footstep you take feels as heavy as you hear the sound of the wood cracking under your feet. You feel that the ship has been here for quite some time. You explore under the deck of the ship. Nothing but the sound of your footsteps bounce above the structure of the ship. From one room to another, you discover a kitchen. Although there is nothing unique about it, you feel you should take a moment to inspect it.
Inspect the drawers.
You pull out one after another, finding that they have been emptied. Dust spreads about the air as you disturb their rest. Checking underneath, you discover a rusty knife resting on the floor. You find that there are plenty of hardened rat droppings dotting the edge of the wall. You take the knife in hopes that you may defend yourself with it. Inspect the oven. You see a lone pot resting upon a dusty stovetop. You gaze downward and open the oven. Nothing but ash fills the oven chamber. You close the door.
Move on.
You continue your lonely tour of the ship, only to find that there is nothing of use or value. You make your way back to the deck and decide to continue your search. Again, you find nothing much but empty rooms, left to remain in dark solitude. You discover a door with fancy markings about the woodwork. Perhaps this is where the captain resided. You
Hello?
discover the room of the captain. Unlike the other parts of the ship, everything seems to have been left alone in this room. Before you rests an old wooden desk with papers and assumed belongings of the captain. There is a small bed off near the corner of the room and some chairs on the other. You have a deep feeling deep down that you shouldn't take anything other than the lamp and other objects. There is a small stack of papers in contrast to a lone paper resting by itself. Approaching the desk, you begin to inspect the papers resting on the desk. You want to look at the stack or the
Lone.
lone document. Notice to the crew. Due to our unexpected predicament, everyone here is split up into groups of 2 and 3. Scouting assignments will be given until we find more habitable place to settle. For now, we must do what we can. Peering about the pages of this collective pile of documents, you realize that most of these are personal notes or journal entries. You pick a few and begin to read. Day 7. The voyage has gone quite smooth as we begin our second week away from home. The spirits of the men are high as we anticipate the discovery of new lands that lie beyond our documented knowledge. It has been my dream to accomplish something world-changing. Together we move forward with full hearts and unbreakable spirits. Day 66. It has been just over 2 months out to sea, and we have yet to discover anything new. We have suffered through many storms and sickness and plagued the ship recently. Several of our favorite crew have passed on to the next life. I see the growing doubt in the eyes of my fellow laborers as our voyage continues day after day. Food rations have all been cut in half. Fears that we may have to turn back. I dare not let myself think of failure. Those men who have lost their lives, the sacrifices to make this voyage possible, I cannot let them be in vain. Day 91. It has come roughly 3 months out here on the endless blue, which, with much pain, we have to turn around. Yes, we are headed for home port. We have just enough food to make it back. I just hope we have a smooth journey back. The spirits of the crew are low and bitter due to our failure. I do not let myself get caught up in thinking of it. Truly, we did not intend for this to happen. All right.
Leave.
Seeing that there is little left to see, you take your leave. The wood under your feet crackle as you exit the vessel.
Are you about to say vehicle?
You make your way back to where the tunnel divides. Oh, did we just screw ourselves?
Right? Oh.
Yeah, we were already there.
Go back.
But we can't go back from where we are.
Go left.
But we went left, and that's where the mushroom was, wasn't it?
No.
You move forward into the darkness.
Because now we're back here.
Okay. You see 3 separate paths. Which one do you want to take?
Go forward.
Forward.
Save. Save.
Okay.
Save.
Sorry. Here we go. Save. You come to a divide. Which way do you go?
Go right. Because that looks like a middle
You hear
finger.
a subtle echo of shifting rocks before you.
Hi!
An eye appears before you as its gaze pierces the darkness. Before you can do anything, tentacles burst from the ground and grip your body. It pulls you about, but you resist as much as you can. You remember the knife you found and struggle to bring it out. With success, you hold the knife and begin to cut away the appendages that bind you. The room vibrates as you do cut, and the creature immediately leaves you alone. It takes you a moment to catch your breath. You come to a divide. Which way do you go?
Go right.
The path you walk comes to an end. Before you shines a pillar of light. The light rests on a corpse that seems to have been here for quite some time. Near the corpse stands a lone flower. For some reason, you feel hope enter your heart as you gaze upon the flower. There is something special about the scene, but you can't put your finger on it. Perhaps it may be best to leave in reverence for now. We go left.
Yeah.
You continue
We
your
need that
way into
flower,
the
though.
darkness. Yeah, I know, for the
We gotta go
the
back to the
swordsman.
sword and then come back here.
Alright, you see 3 separate
Shit.
paths.
Go left.
Left.
So the way out's this way.
Lead it to the darkness. Let's save.
Let's go downward.
Let's go down. You
Yeah.
mean left.
Yeah.
Move forward.
I
So
hate this
we go left, and
Continue.
then we take
Go
a right. You struggle forward as the way before you becomes completely dark. You notice that there is a light off in the distance, and you continue to make your way forward. Eventually, you make it to some sort of concrete room. Turning around, you see a hole in the wall where you came from. Your guess is that it wasn't part of the initial design. You turn around to see a door. There being little to nothing in the room, you decide to move through the doorway. You find yourself in what looks like a basement.
Where the fuck are we?
You turn around to discover that in each direction there is a door. Boxes of supplies and debris litter the floor and the corners of the rooms. You notice that there are several markings on the door and the floor, some of which scare you. You got a bad feeling about this place. Oh boy.
Go to the right door.
The right door? I'm gonna save.
Why are you going to save?
Because there was a lot of choices. You enter a small room, and there is a large cauldron in the center of the room with a wood resting beneath. There is nothing on the shelves, as if someone cleaned the place out. You look into the pot, but find nothing in it. With nothing else, you exit the room. So we went left. Let's go.
We went right.
Did we go right?
Yeah, go left.
Alright, we'll go left. Oh, that was where we came from. Go back. Oops. Okay, I guess I browsed through stuff. You find some ropes. Take the rope.
Go in the middle?
Middle door. You enter the room full of metal cages. Before you is a hallway marked with a questionable marking. You don't like the feeling you have about this place. Whatever was in these cages surely did not like to be locked up. You notice that there is an animal in the cage on the left of the room, but from the dark stains on its fur, it is dead. You cautiously walk down the hallway, entering a room with 2 cell doors. Before you can do anything, a large hound leaps in front of you. The beast doesn't look very vicious, but one wrong move can surely be the end of you. You pull out the knife and prepare for an attack. The dog reacts and starts to growl at you. The hound dashes at you and sinks its teeth into you. Even with the knife, you merely cut the beast before it knocks the knife out of your hand. You don't survive long and die a painful death. Your adventure ends here. Achievement unlocked.
Who's a good boy?
Who's a good boy?
Yeah, go boy.
Man, this game is longer than I thought it was. Do you want to end it here or keep going?
Shit. Well, let's continue. I mean, I don't know. You make a decision. This is your channel.
Alright. Let's see what happens if we keep going. Yeah. Okay.
Inspect the supplies.
Inspect the supplies. Got the rope. All right.
Enter the door behind us.
Into the door behind me. You walk up the steps. You enter a large room. The air is polluted with dust and spiderweb cover the wall and ceilings. Where should you go now? Upstairs, downstairs, or the far door?
Upstairs.
Going upstairs. You discover what looks like a private library. There is a passageway before you with bookcases on the left and right. Browse the books or move forward.
Browse the books.
You take a moment to look at the books. Some of them catch your eye. Rituals of the Ancients, Deception by Magic.
I forgot the power!
Okay. Flipping through the pages, there's one in particular that has ink markings all over it. Raw energy is a powerful substance not to be trifled with. It is merely a myth that such energies exist. One does not simply stumble upon a pillar of godly power, even if such a fate is yours. Bare hands cannot contain the force. It must be bent and channeled into a specially crafted vessel to carry it.
One does not simply fuck with ultimate power.
There have been accounts across time of individuals possessing such power. Although they pass away as sand, their relics of power remain as powerful artifacts that nations around the world would fight for. Okay. Deception by music or rituals of the ancients.
Let's go with music.
Music. There is a bent page marking a section of the book. You turn to it. The art of charming is not necessarily limited to the instrument, but somehow the musician goes about playing any given instrument. Some are definitely easier to use than others, and for a skill such as this, there are a few instruments recommended.
You went hillbilly.
I had to pronunciate my wording to make it go further.
How do you feel doing that?
Very robotic. The harp is one of these recommended instruments. From vicious dogs to shy unicorns, the soothing voice of the harp can calm the troubled heart. Of course, not all creatures can fall for this simple trick, but it can mean the difference between life and death in some situations.
I'm sorry, when I hear a harp,
All
it
right.
makes me want to set it on fire.
Ritual of the Ancient. Something grabs your attention. Pillars of stone. There's
there we
stone
go.
pillars. Practice Stonehenge. Stones line up in a special way. In the middle, there would be a keystone. Okay, so we have to find a keystone. The next pages have been torn out. Okay, so let's move forward. You walk up more stairs. You pause as you notice a stone carving of a person praying that is attached to the wall. There is something odd about it, but you can't put your finger on it. With caution, you continue up the stairs. You enter a strange room with a large globe centered on the room, and the windows let light shine through. You notice that there's a chest resting against the wall to the right. You notice that there's another passageway like the previous room.
Mouth. Why me?
You want to open the chest?
Yeah.
Approaching the chest, you notice that there is a lock fastened to it. With no key to unlock it, you decide to leave it alone.
Inspect the globe.
You study the globe attached to the floor. The craft is made of metal, and there is fine detail in the grooves. There are various markings and names scattered across the globe. It takes you a moment, but you find a marking of where you are in Aramore. You notice that there are some kind of hand-drawn markings within the area, made with black ink. There must be something close by that has interested the author of these markings. To add to the mystery, there are similar markings in other areas around the globe.
Continue forward.
You climb the stairs to find a wall ending your path. Above the end of the stairway is a hatch.
Open the hatch!
You open the hatch and pull yourself up. You have made it to the top of the tower. Before you is a stone of power resting upon an altar of rock. Dark vines have entangled the structure as if they were feeding off the energies of the stone. Your body begins to tremble as you stand before the stone. You definitely feel weaker being up here, as if the stone is sapping away your energy.
Get the fuck out of there.
Destroy it.
You got nothing to destroy at
We
the
got the
moment.
knife.
A butter knife.
It's not a
Stone
butter.
of power. What kind of D&D power bullshit are you going to pull?
I don't know. This may be your only chance. You approach the stone and grasp onto it. You lose sight and feeling immediately as your hands become glued to the stone. You die.
There's that image.
Alright, well, I think I'm going to end it here, because that was a lot of stuff to go through. You have no power here.
For once, ladies and gentlemen, I was the one with the logic.
We might have to revisit this one. Anyway, this was Disturbed, guys. What?
You realize when I go get the pizzas, I won't listen to Disturb now, right?
Of course. So, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And if you enjoyed this video, let me know if you want to see more of this. And we'll see you in the next episode of whatever we decide to make. Thank you.
Disturb rocks.